And Raghunath Das Goswami, who was the servant of his personal secretary, the servant of the servant for many years in Jagannath Puri, the Prayojan Acharya, he came to live at Radhakund for the rest of his life after Lord Chaitanya departed from this world. And he was living next to those little puddles. And so many stories of Raghunath Das Goswami at that place. One time Sanatana Goswami was traveling around and he was doing the Govardhan Parikrama, and he came and he saw Raghunath Das Goswami sitting in total absorption of the samadhi of prema, of love, chanting Krishna and Radha's names on the banks of these ponds. And because in those days, it was just jungle all around it, and there was just some little villages nearby. He was so absorbed in his chanting, just sitting on the ground, he didn't see that a tiger was just a few feet away from him, drinking the water from Radhakund. When Sanatana Goswami saw a tiger, and Raghunath is just eyes closed, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Now he's transcendental, but the nature of devotees is we care for each other. Yes? So Sanatana Goswami was a tiger. Then he saw Krishna personally appear and stand between Raghunath Das Goswami and the tiger with a stick to protect Raghunath Das. And Raghunath didn't see it because he was Hare Krishna, his eyes were closed. And Sanatana was watching for a long time. Krishna was just standing there guarding. The tiger ultimately went away, and Krishna smiled at Sanatana and disappeared. And Sanatana Goswami, he's like the guru of the 6 Goswamis. He said to Raghunath Das, you are chanting Krishna's names and Radha's names for the purpose of engaging in their service, but you're doing it in such a way that Krishna's coming to engage in your service. Raghunath said, what are you speaking? I'm just chanting. And he said, no, your eyes were closed, but my eyes were open. There was a tiger right next to you. Raghunath said, a tiger next to me? There was a tiger. Tigers are dangerous. And Krishna came, and he stood for so long time with a stick to protect you from the tiger. You are engaging Krishna in your service. Raghunath was very humbled. And according to the Brijabasis and the histories, another time Sanatana Goswami, some days later, he came back. And it was the summertime. How many of you have been to Vrindavan in the summer? Someone told me that in some book of world records or something, the record of heat for the world was at Govardhan Hill during a particular summer. Govardhan, literally, during summertime, is one of the hottest places on the planet historically. So, Raghunath is chanting. He's just sitting next to one of his little ponds, chanting next to Radhakund, Shyamakund. And it's the summertime. And he doesn't have any shade. Just the sun is blazing upon him. And it's noontime. And he's so absorbed in the samadhi of kirtan. But he was absorbed. He didn't even notice the sun. He didn't even notice the heat. He was just with Krishna and with Radha in their name. So Sanatana Goswami happened to see this. And ordinarily the sun, it would be scorching your skin and burning you. But then he saw Sri Radha. On the banks of Radha Kund, Sri Radha Rani appeared. And she was standing directly under the blazing summer sun, and with her veil, she was making a shade over Raghunatha Goswami's head. She was standing in the sun to protect him from the sun. Sanatan was just watching. And after the sun went down a little, she smiled at Sanatana Goswami and disappeared. And Sanatana Goswami said, Raghunatha Goswami, you're praying to Radharani to be the servant of her servants, and the way you're praying is she's coming and serving you. First Krishna was in front of tigers, and now Radharani's perspiring under the sun to protect you. We have to do something about this. Because Raghunatha Goswami refused to live in any type of residency. He just slept in the ground. He said, let us create a bhajan kutir, a little house where you could do your bhajan. Then you can pray to serve, and Krishna and Radharani don't have to come and serve you. This is the unconditional nature of prema. These are simple, famous stories, but what an incredible, powerful, esoteric message it is. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught, Na danam na janam na sundarim kavitam vajakadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishwari bhavatat bhaktirohaita kidvai. Krishna, I don't want anything from you. I don't want wealth, I don't want fame or prestige or followers, I don't want sensory pleasures, I don't even want liberation from suffering. I only want to serve you wherever you want, whenever you want, for the rest of eternity. If you want me to take birth after birth after birth in this material world, that will be my greatest aspiration, if I could serve you unconditionally. Unconditionally means no selfishness, no egos. Samsiddhir haritoshanam, for your pleasure.